I believe our country, at least since 1947, has had a long history of covering this issue up.
Unelected bureaucrats do not get to say what we can and cannot see. We've had three-star generals tell us that we did not have authorized access to this information. But yet, how do you expect us to continue to send taxpayer money to fund government projects if you're not even allowing us to see what those projects are? No one member is above another, and the American people deserve to know as much about the existence in this universe as possible. They certainly have a right to know about whether or not if their safety is threatened, and most especially when it comes to our men and women defending us in the skies. This is a simple answer. Stop barring us from the truth.
I think the American people have a simple question, which is, if none of this exists, if this is all false, why at every turn are there people trying to stop the transparency and the disclosure?
And we are here today because all of the whistleblowers, the hearings, the investigations, the discussions, the work that we have done have culminated in a negotiation that is happening in real time right now.
And I had a general idea that the bureaucracy would try to block us. But seeing it from the inside, I can tell you it's worse than you can imagine. Everything that you suspect about the federal bureaucracy is doing, they're almost certainly doing.
These officers told us, that when encountering these UAPs, had they had to defend themselves or their aircraft or their personnel, they would not have been able to do so. Foreign objects are buzzing around in our airspace, and Joe Biden's over 30 generals have not only been silent on the issue, but yet have yet to play ball with Congress. Not to mention, American farmers are seeing intelligence aircraft above their fields. There have been 144 reported sightings of these objects that we know of. And so whether it's little green men, American technology, or worse, we need to know.
Well, I believe that the recalcitrance from the CIA and from the intelligence community may be animated by some of the cover-up that we have seen up to this point. I hope that's not true, but I'm concerned that it is. But we have to actually get into what the CIA has done with UAPs.
Since 1947, basically, they've told us these don't exist. Yet now we're finding out they're spending millions of dollars. NASA has reports on it. The CIA now has reports on it. But yet the Pentagon keeps telling us they don't exist.
The intelligence community does not want to share any of this information with Congress. We're asking why. Why?
A photograph taken by a pilot during a test flight. When I saw the photograph, ultimately, thanks to Chairman Rogers weighing in with the Office of the Secretary of Defense, I can tell you it is of nothing that I'm aware of having existing in our arsenal of assets. And I'm on the Armed Services Committee for 7 years. I'm not unfamiliar with the things that we have at our disposal.
There was 13 or 14 documented near misses with our aircraft. So that alone we should ask the question, what's going on? And it's very difficult for me to go home and talk to people who don't trust the government when the government is telling them something doesn't exist, but is spending millions, if not billions of dollars on researching what doesn't exist.